Are you ready for that next big earthquake? Are you sure? In this video, we're going to talk about how to get your home ready so that you'll be able to survive the next big earthquake. Let's start in the kitchen. Now, I got these things off of Amazon, and they secure the refrigerator to the ceiling. In the event of an earthquake, the refrigerator won't tip over. Now, these are rated for up to 200 grams, and you can see what they look like here. And these are not just good for earthquakes. You know, children sometimes climb up on furniture and topple it over, so these will keep your children safe in just regular playtime. Now let's go to the living room. What about your television? Most TVs these days are equipped to handle a harness that will hold the TV to the entertainment center. Make sure and use those. Well, how about the bookshelf? Well, you can use the same type of stilts that I got to secure the refrigerator to the ceiling. You can also use an L-shaped bracket, but I recommend a flexible harness because that will allow the furniture to move a little bit, and if the L-shaped bracket pops off, well, the furniture is just going to go flying onto the floor. Now for bookshelves or china cabinets, I recommend putting the heavy stuff on the bottom. But if you have some kind of artwork or pottery you're displaying, you can get these little gels that will prevent things from falling over. There's also something called museum putty, but I use these little gels under artwork to keep it from toppling over. You want to secure picture frames to the wall. Now, don't put a picture frame over furniture, so if you're sitting on the sofa watching TV, when an earthquake hits, that picture could fall off the wall, hit you in the head. Put it someplace where it won't fall down on you. Same thing with bookshelves and any kind of hutch or china cabinet. Make sure to put it out of the way if you can. I know apartments in Japan are small, homes in Japan are small, but if you can, visualize the way it might fall over in the event of an earthquake, and just don't put anything where you're sitting there like a dining table or a sofa or even a bed. Don't put it in the path where that furniture might fall down. Now let's go to the bedroom. What about a dresser? You can put these little mats underneath the lip of the furniture, and they will kind of hold it so that it doesn't topple over. You can also use an L-shaped bracket or some kind of flexible harness. Like I said, I recommend the flexible harness. And of course, don't put furniture where it might fall over on you. I have a dresser next to my bed, but it's set parallel to the bed. Don't put it perpendicular to the bed where it might fall over on top of you while you're asleep. Now, lights and ceiling fans, try not to put one over your bed because if they're not secured, they could fall down on top of you in the event of an earthquake. Also, try to fix them to the ceiling with something flexible. That way there's a little give and they can sway back and forth and just don't fall down on top of you. Now, what comes after earthquakes? Aftershocks. You're not out of danger just because the earthquake is over. This is why it's good to have these things holding your furniture down. What else comes after earthquakes? Many times, a tsunami. If you live near water, get out of there. A lot of times you might have to evacuate, but if you're lucky enough to stay at home, shelter in place, things in your earthquake kit will come in very handy at this point. You might have a space blanket, you might have some emergency food, your first aid kit, and even some water. Make sure and keep extra water and emergency food at home. Depending on how much storage you have, try to go for 7 days. Now, I used to say 3 days, but after that Noto earthquake on January 1st, help didn't arrive for some people for about 7 days. Now, this is not a dig on the first responders, but a lot of people didn't get help for 7 days. Know how to shut off your gas. And if you need a wrench to shut off the gas, keep that wrench near the switch. Keep a fire extinguisher, know where it is. In my other video, I talk about getting an earthquake kit. You can go to Amazon and buy one. There's a link in the description. Or if you want to learn how to make your own, you can watch this video next. Stay safe out there.